Okay, it should be live. So, okay, now it should be live again. So, first up, enter the F simulator. So, I usually don't stream on Wednesdays, but well, I've got a bit of a sideshow. I'd just like to talk it over with you guys, okay? And yeah, just want to explain my thoughts and concerns. So yeah, I don't think this stream will be very long. So yeah, so if you want, feel free to listen to it as background noise or something like that. And yeah, so right, so with that, I'll let me get started. Give me a quick second. I'll just just had to hide the model there for a moment. Let me just get him back up. There we go. So no, not worried about getting in the way there. So this isn't a graduation announcement. No, grey screen instead of black. Yeah, but gotta be honest, it's kind of close. So I'm doing this to explain, my thoughts, my concerns. Maybe there's something here that you'll agree with or disagree with. I'm okay with that. As long as you know where I'm coming from. So yeah. All right. So I've been thinking about this for a fair while. So earlier this year, I was fairly sick. It knocked me out a fair bit. I had tooth infection and a pretty bad cold. I had to get the tooth plucked out and all that. But I'm on the mend now. Been on the mend for a while, which is good. So yeah. But it knocked me out a fair bit. So and I was thinking a fair bit about graduating. While I was ill and recovering. So I'd like to talk about why. Okay, so sorry, this isn't exactly the easiest thing to talk about, but yeah. So my first concern is discoverability. Its reach. Honestly, I had to rewatch this one a fair few times. But here's the thing, I don't have any reach, any discoverability. It's discouraging to do posts on X, streams and YouTubes and videos on YouTube, and get really no views, no presence. I mean, a few weeks ago I had a notification from YouTube saying that I had my 1,000th view, and that was when I had about 120 videos up. That's plus shorts and streams. It's not a huge amount, especially not in a year and a half since nearly a year and a half since I debuted. And I'll be honest, I'm really, really concerned if I'm shadow banned or something like that on X or YouTube, or maybe I'm getting drowned out by the plane flying overhead. Okay, now it's ticked off. But that being said, though, there's how many VTubers, PNGtubers, would you say are out there? Probably tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands. And they'd be, from large corporations, small corporations, independents, and basically, everything in between. And there's only so much of an audience to go around there. But I mean, maybe it's just competition, but I feel like I'm screaming into the void, trying to get a response. Oh, I'll wrap this little bit up by saying I honestly hate the YouTube algorithm, the X algorithm, with a burning passion. I just do. I think it hurts creativity. It hurts the smaller guys. Right. Next up. It's I'll be absolutely honest. It's the numbers. It's just it ties in with the discoverability as well. I'm not saying I deserve 100,000 subscribers or have tens of thousands of people watching my liking my posts or watching my streams or anything, but I'm a zero view. I'm not even a one view. And it's, putting all that effort into it and getting nothing, Yeah. Okay, so. And my third concern is its quality, my quality. I think you guys deserve better than what I can do, than what I'm able to produce. I'm not experienced or anything like that, and well, I don't really know if I'm doing things right, am I doing things wrong? Am I barking up the wrong tree, So, yeah, so I'll keep moving on. The fourth one is just, sorry, it's miscellaneous kind of thing, Is my content too niche? Is it out of date, I do, July's top games near the end of, August. And August would be near the end of September. Is that too out of date? Is it my time zone? The fact that I'm in Australia. Is my audio and video quality not up to scratch? Is it my thumbnails? Although I do try to improve on them in the very near future. It's just, I don't know, and I just generally don't know. But you guys deserve a streamer that's able to be on time, that's reliable, and I haven't been able to do that. My apologies for that. Alright, so but that said, it's not all bad. Going through these games, deciding not to play on a stream, experiencing the detail that goes into them, seeing what's being thought of since, the developers would have to be wary of, bastard players that want to break the game, or that kind of thing. That's always interesting. And even though streaming's out of my comfort zone, I'm more comfortable with it now than when I started, So yeah. And I enjoyed doing the research part of it as well. Seeing what new games just shut up out of nowhere. Seeing what comes out of early access. I mean, as I was writing this, I'm currently looking at 14 games in July to go on my little monthly game roundabout, with a short little summary being a World War II airbase management title. That's early access one. A short game title by Blender. The open source video thing. I don't know a great deal about it. A roguelike Mahjong. A city builder that's based on the back of a large wandering creature. And a visual novel about 13 teenage girls which have to discover which one of them is a witch. I mean, the latter ones are only in Japanese and simplified Chinese, but it's which I don't speak, but it's actually been doing pretty well. It had over 1,300 pages when I checked. So, and I think that's important to have that discoverability. Well, yeah. You know, that's why I do those little monthly game roundups. So, yeah. I'll start wrapping it up. But I don't want to take too much of your time. But I'm thinking of graduating for the reasons that I mentioned above. Lack of an audience, concerns about my quality, lack of reach. That kind of thing. It's honestly about 70-30 in paper, graduating. I mean, I'm going to experience a few things, see how they go, and probably make an investment in late September about if I decide to graduate or not, about a month from now. That's it. If I do graduate, it's going to be a gradual thing, wrapping up the existing games being streamed, Luna, loads of P, probably have a crack at Sample Elite 5 when it comes out. Finish up my little ongoing projects as much as possible, and the final stream in mid-December, probably about the 15th or something like that, so just we'll try to wrap things up as much as possible, Let's see what I can do. Alright, little Carl. Thank you for watching. And so, I will be increasing my amount of streams slightly. So I'll be adding in alternating Thursday nights, 7 PM Australian Central Daylight Savings Time, to my normal Saturday afternoon streams, that are at 1 PM. The next stream will be the 21st of August, so tomorrow at 7 PM. So, yeah. So what I'll do, I'll put up a little bit of a couple of things of what I've been working on, my little monthly things, and thank you for watching, thank you for listening. So, yeah, thank you. So, alright, so, so first up. I might actually be in the way of the bottom of the short there, but I'll talk it through anyway. So first up, we've got the Pokemon trading card game art looks. That one's actually the Dark Type. So I've got the two fighting ones, Genic Apex, Mythical Island, Space Time Smackdown, and Triumphant Light waiting in the wing, so he should be out probably next week, something like that. I'll be going on break on a couple of days break for this weekend, so yeah. So that's for that one. I'm sort of getting through the first 4 sets, even though there's been a heap added since then. After Dark's fairly small, then there'll be Dragon and Steel, which are even smaller. Colours will be a little bit longer, but apart from that shouldn't be too bad. Next up, look at some games that came out in July 2025. Dog walking and mahjong solving. So, aiming for the end of August for this one here. It's still fairly work in progress, but that'll probably be about a 35-45 minute video. Covering a few games here. Dog Walk, The Drifter, that Japanese game I mentioned. Wandering Village, Wolfcrest, Demonic Mahjong. Those are the ones that I've all had over 1,000 positive reviews. So that'd be added to. So there'd be a short coming out probably the beginning of September with those ones there. So basically they're really shortened down to about 3 minutes and put over here. Now this short here, it was actually my best performing video by a fair bit. Now that's a good thing or not, to be honest. I don't really get many views any views. But so that the June short there is actually already out, and aim for the July edition to be out in early September. So after the full one is done, they'll do the short and publish that. So yeah, look, thank you for watching. Thank you for hearing me out, and yeah, we'll see how things play out from there. So yeah, yeah, yes, sorry, yeah, thank you. Let me get it stopped.